late afternoon. The great rocks glisten with a million sparkles. They tower over the trees, the roofs, and posts curve into the head of beds. That makes everything else so small, except for the wide open sky. That was the hilltop, Zimbabwe, and the home of Dambudzo and Chipo. My home also, Tanato Mapurisa, from Zimbabwe. I am Mzezuru. I'm going to tell you the story of Chipo and the bird. Chipo and the others gather around as Ambuya tells the story. Tonight, I will tell you the story of the bird. But first, let us sing and dance. Zino Mwamna Save, my children. The lions are drinking from the Save River, the Zambezi River. Zino Mwamna Save, Mundoro, Zino Mwamna Save, Mundoro, Zino Mwamna Save, Mundoro, Zino Mwamna Save. Makarekare. A long time ago, there was a bird, and it was this bird that guided our people across wide plains to this place. In fact, they stopped only when the bird sat on a rock up on the hill up there. But after our people had settled down in this place, the bird just vanished because its work was done. Where did it go, Ambuya? Chipo asked. Who knows? Anyway, a strange thing happened. One day, after a long dry spell, it rained heavily, lightning struck, and many great rocks cracked. Next morning, our people discovered an amazing but very important thing. What did they discover, Ambuya? They discovered the bird. The bird again? Did it come back? No, not the real bird. You see, a chunk had broken off on the same rock on which the bird had settled some time ago. Our people saw the exact image of the bird in that rock. The big, the proudly stretched neck, and the strong round chest. That was all in the rock. You can see it for yourself. So that is how it became to be the totem of the people of Zimbabwe. Yes, Chipo did not sleep that night. She really wanted to go and see the bird. Next morning, she asked her mother if she can go to the hill with the maids. Her mother agreed. On the hill, all the work had started. Dambudzo was there, helping his father weaving. Dambudzo saw a strange girl who looked lost. He asked, "Who are you?" "I'm Princess Chipo. What are you doing here?" "I'm looking for the bird." "The bird? But that is impossible. It is in the place of the king and priests. Nobody is allowed there." "But Ambuya said we could see it for ourselves." "There must be a way. It won't be easy. We must be quick." Dambudzo and Chipo silently climbed the rock in search of the bird. While they were climbing, everyone was now looking for them. The maids could not go back without Princess Chipo. "The bird! It's over there, at the other end. The bird! It's over there. But we can't go straight there. We have to use the secret passage." The searching for Dambudzo and Chipo went on and on, but they were already on the hilltop where the bird was. "The bird! The bird!" Just as Ambuya said. Chipo was so happy to see the bird. Dambudzo quickly told her to get down. The king and the priest, they mustn't see us. As they were about to climb down, Chipo went on the wrong wall, and she was now hanging. They called in for help. "Help! Help!" And that is how they were found. The king asked what her niece was doing. All she wanted was to see the bird. Everyone was angry, but the king said, "We have to find a way. It is not the children who have done wrong. It is we grown-ups who are in wrong. Why should our children risk their lives to see the great rock? From time to time, we should bring our children here to see the bird, so that they learn about the beginning of our kingdom, the kingdom of Zimbabwe." Everyone smiled as they left the courtyard. That is the end of my story.